Happy Thanksgiving! Hello! So Long Perez, creative art. Hey, how are ya? Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Hi, Grace. Yes, I will start readings in a second. Absolutely. Glad to see you guys here. What are you guys doing right now? Are you guys? Do you guys have turkey in your mouth right now? Just kidding. I know not everybody. Um, Not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving. Because you asked, the Doom hat guy. Yes. One sec. Who have I not read for tonight? Or ever? Who's new here? Who's never been read? Who's never received a reading in their life? Who has never had their energy read before by a reader? Hey, Lilith. It's officially Thanksgiving now. I'm gonna start in just a second, guys. Don't mean to leave you hanging. Never my intention. Just trying to post something here real quick for you. Maybe I should just leave it. Me too. I ate way too much. So, don't expect me to be so lively right now. My digestive system is hogging all my energy right now. Okay, I'm always gonna post my tip donation handles and stuff like that. So, finally, jeez. Okay, so who's never been read before? Everybody here's been read. I'm answering questions, short reads as long as I can. If you want to put your, I know one person already put a question up here. Creative arts, what are my crush's placid true feelings for me? What's going to happen between us romantically in the coming days? I'll go ahead and answer that one. Bring some signs through here from Spirit. And, yes. When you ask, you shall receive. Love, universe. Okay. So creative arts. Oh, one last thing. Let me just light a little incense here. So I ate a whole bunch, you guys. That's why I look kind of sleepy. Okie dokie. Creative. So I'm gonna ask here, Spirit, basically. Okay, so you want to ask about your person first. Okay, that's fine. I'll just try to give you as much information that I hope you find useful. Here we go. I'm falling deeply for him. Well, please be prepared for whatever Spirit is going to show, okay? So again, I don't know what to show, but always me as just a person spectating. I'm part of me is kind of just spectating everything, but I'm also watching. So part of my, I have my own commentary, and I'll see things and be like, oh my God, you love this guy so much, and then I'll see signs here that doesn't align or show reciprocation, and obviously I'm gonna feel terrible. You're gonna hear that from me. But all I do every time is I don't do anything different. I just do the same thing every time. I close my eyes, I bring through signs from Spirit, and I just talk about it. That's it. So just be ready to hear whatever. Okay? And then also if you find yourself getting triggered by this, I don't mind you pretending like none of this ever happened. Just don't want anyone to have a bad day. Okay? Alright. That's enough for me. So I'm going to ask you to show me a little bit about your person. levels that are anything more important here? Any other levels that's going to be useful for them to know? Okay. So your person is vibrating just a tad bit at the level of grief. Guilt. That's not the best sign when you're asking about how a person feels towards me. You hear me talk about guilt quite a bit, and usually when people are at guilt, people are more self-centered, self-absorbed, yeah, less receptive at this state. I'm gonna close my eyes, get a feel for this feeling, for this energy. But they're also showing me they're at some level, they are also vibrating at the level of acceptance as well, which is within the integrative paradigm, basically. But this is a smaller energy compared to the guilt here. I'm gonna close my eyes at both levels, and I'm gonna see what these feel like. Okay. So actually this doesn't look as concerning as I thought it would be. So you'll hear me say this a lot. When I close my eyes, I'm basically allowing the energy to take over me. And so they place someone's consciousness is his consciousness. And so I'm looking and I'm standing here and I feel like it's not like I feel like I know I have my eye on this particular girl that is appearing here towards my right, and it's a good gaze. It's a sort of like I have my eye on you kind of gaze, and they're calling them my girl, and there's a level of trust that this person who's seeing this girl has towards their own feelings about this person. Let me see what this acceptance is. And let me get a little bit more here about the guilt. Anything else you want to show me here about the guilt? This person still is, I feel like they're holding pain from the past relationship in which they were basically abandoned and left basically empty, is what they're showing, was he's telling me about himself. It's a memory that they carry about their past experiences. This is what I think this is. One last thing here. Spirit would like to give me an impression here just to give as a general sign symbol to give to creative arts. Give her like just an impression to guide them forward. Would you like them to know? there's a really big, optimistic, confident, elated feeling when this person thinks about their girl. There's a particular girl that is being continues to show themselves here, and they're excited about this girl, and they're so confident in like their own feelings. It's a reiteration actually of what I saw earlier. So this is very positive. And I'll give you one yeah, that's it. That's gonna be it. Hope that makes sense for you. Oh my god, I'm in tears because I really like him, but I don't feel good enough for him, and I feel he might see my flaws and not want me. Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes one more time here after I read this comment, but this is trying to just make you, I'm just trying to bring some signs here through, so. But let me see where that's at. That's insecurities. So I can see that insecurity is there at shame, but you're healing it. You know you're being secure. And I see you here taking more of a bird's eye view and being more aware of when these insecurities pop up so that you get to detach from the emotion and look at yourself and say, you're insecure, but I understand. And it's okay. And basically just continue to sit with yourself and have a heart for yourself. So this insecurity of yours doesn't get the best of you. Does that make sense? Your goal is to make this as quiet as possible, the insecurity. Because it's normal, very normal for us to feel these insecurities or whatever. But you gotta love yourself through it all, you know? All right. So I'm gonna go to the next person. You can enable donations so you can just do them on PayPal. Thanks, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving! Oh, wow. Which of my ex-boyfriend wants me back? Which of my ex-boyfriends wants me back? That's that's not a question I've ever had Spirit give signs for. But I'll try it. They're not gonna actually show me a person, but they're gonna have a message for you. You know, they always have a message for everybody and all the time, for every situation, basically. There's always something to say. How many mods do you have? Just you, bud. Okay, so anyone who wants to get read, happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Hope you guys like my Thanksgiving shirt. If you want to get a reading, quick, short reading, just type your questions in the chat so I can see those. And I'll usually choose questions that intrigue me the most. So, what do you got? How does he think I feel about him? What my supervisor in my current company think about me? Okay, I like this one. I'm gonna go to Yasa, okay? And give other people a chance. I like these because I'm still gonna have Spirit basically filter anything that comes through because I try not to want to like seem like I'm prying on personal information, but whenever I incorporate Spirit to show me what they want to show me, then I kind of feel better about it all. What does my supervisor company think about her? Okay, let's do that. Alright, I'm gonna close my eyes. See where this is. So it's a symbol that's coming through. You know, like when you go into like the military or the army, you have to go into boot camp. And you know, if the boot camp, if the uh, boot camp, what's that guy? They're like, you better show me what you're made of. You know that guy? If he asks you to get down and do 20 push-ups, you would absolutely do that. Whatever they say, you're on it. That's what they think. That's what's coming through. Okay, something else is coming through here. I have to interpret this. I'm seeing the Wizard of Oz, and the what's being highlighted is Dorothy's need to visit the Wizard of Oz. So it requires her to do traveling or transitioning into another place, area, okay? But what was specific is that it was about the ruby shoes that allows her. Oh, but this is also to go back to Kansas as well. So this could also be symbolic with that too, with being able to go to different places when you need to go, when the time calls, when, you know, when appropriate. So I don't know, are you vocal about wanting to switch around, move around, something like this, expand your horizons, move to a different area, stuff like this? Who else is here? Happy Thanksgiving. Sergeant, Drill Sergeant. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Okay, Michaela. Do you want to keep a question in your head? Or would you like to share your question with us? It's all up to you. Hi, Minty. You know, there's a lot. I think there's Minty. Did I ever read for you? I remember. There's a lot of nights where I basically get cut off and I have to stop the live, and I'm always thinking about those people who I had to stop giving a reading for in the middle of their reading because I couldn't continue. So if you're one of those people, just let me know. Oh, you texted earlier? Okay, let's see. What does Spirit want me to know about new or old love? So they're gonna show me your energy, okay? Okay. So, So you're mostly in apathy, which means you're from 1 to 10 on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the strongest, if like really feeling hopeless, you're at about a 2. but you're still at hopeless. But you're going in and out of working, of basically entertaining a love situation or just in general, and tapering back and going passive and just being by yourself and being alone and connecting to your heart and feeling safe and feeling connected to yourself, and healing. So you're going in and out, basically. And I can tell. So when this energy arises from your heart and enters your mind, it turns into fear. Fear of failure, fear of missing out, fear of looking a fool, I don't know. And the fear gets really strong in your head here. And but at the same time, you're aware, you're self-aware for when these emotions come through. So I don't have to tell you to connect to your heart when the fear comes in. You're already healing that part of yourself, and you're having compassion for yourself when that fear comes up. And then when you actually spend time and you basically transmute the fear, it rises and it goes into desire. Where I think this is where you are at now, but you're still passive, which means you're only planning to either set an objective or a goal of yours, which carries a sense of lack, and so that you can prepare then to go out and back to the field, back into the field, and manifest, speak, act to make your desire into reality. So where are you guiding? This is kind of a slow process for you. Definitely like baby steps for you. But you're getting there. You're getting to courage, where that's your empowerment, where you actually get to feel good about yourself and your choices in regards to love moving forward. But you're very in and out. So you're working on this, you really are. You're working on this part of yourself. But I like it. It's positive nonetheless. Where are you guiding? Okay. Okay. Beautiful. So they want to take you to the level of acceptance, which for me means that you've done enough work on yourself. And at any moment when you finally decide, you can start being happy right now with just yourself. And as you move towards working on your goal. And you should be looking at your situation and saying, okay, things haven't gone the best. Things haven't gone the way I expected or I wanted them to be. But what the hell? Let's keep going. Let's make the best out of this situation, shall we? And Spirit is wanting you to commit to this kind of energy when you move towards this goal, and to stay at the level of acceptance, rather these lower energies of apathy, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage. You actually have energy available to you already at the level of acceptance, where you can already feel good about yourself and be effing attractive. to those who see you. I'm gonna close my eyes. Oh, you're shaming yourself because you're not married yet. You're putting yourself down here. You shouldn't do this. You're shaming yourself here, and you're making yourself feel bad whether or not you realize it unconsciously you're doing this. But it does carry a level of self-hatred, and I can understand why. But this has to do with the idea of marriage. So okay, listen. This is what I'm seeing. There's a huge crowd of people, okay? And your destination is the other side of all of these people that are in your way. And I see you there, and you're making your way through, and you're like, out of my way. This is out of my way. Get out of my way. This is my choice. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna do it. This is me. Get out of my way. Okay, that's what's coming through here. You being so sure and unapologetic. Oh, does somebody have a son? If not, this is symbolic, but there's something about somebody loving their son. I don't know who this son is, but there's a reference to church. Going to church, God, spiritual things, and there's a bell ringing. Do you understand this? What's this son? Who's this son that you're showing me? I think I think there's a spirit here that's making themselves known to me. Oh my god, I don't want to say this, but I might be talking to, like, your future son. I keep asking about this son that they showed me. along with this church and God and spirituality, and then I asked about it, and I feel like there's a spirit here that's saying, hey, I'm in the spirit world, that was me. This is weird. I don't want to interpret this or lead you astray or anything, because I myself, I'm not going to go too much into this. You can do whatever the hell you want with this information, but I'm not talking about this anymore. Okay, anyone else here? I didn't expect that to come through. But you know, that's kind of what makes all this interesting. Everything's basically a surprise. Benisa King. Okay, let's do this, Benisa. Ask a question in your head for me. Don't share it with us. Try to stay away from questions like, what is coming towards me, or what does my future look like? Okay? I want you to ask a very specific question. Okay? And again, don't reveal it. Just hold that in your mind. Send it out to the universe. Let me know when you have it. What do I feel about my channel? Is that what you're asking me? You think you understand? That's all that matters. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't spend too much time with you. I have to kind of keep these fair, but it doesn't mean that you can't ask another question after I've let other people have some time. So you can stick around, Michaela. You don't have to go away. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm going to answer Minty's question here. But I was waiting for Benisa King, because they asked so politely. Oh, what does CID want me to know about his feeling for me, and what do I make this, how do I make this connection work? Okay, Benisa, are you still here? Benisa, I need you to say hi. Let me know you're here. If not, I'm gonna go with Minty. Going once, going twice. Okay, we're gonna go with Minty. All right. Okay, so let me see your person, right? Go ahead and pull up your person. You like my eyes? Don't make me blush. So this is your, I'm asking for your person here. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Very nice. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna see what this is. It basically started at the level of shame, but it it made its way all the way up to enlightenment, and it stayed there. So this is obviously something good that's happening within him. I'm seeing a lot of really sweet things here. They're saying, make some space for my heart there. Make some space for my heart. That's what they're saying. Make some space for my heart. And I'm seeing like cities being built as a symbol, and I'm also seeing like almost like a high school football game, and he's in the stands watching, and he's like, I'm waiting for you here. I'm waiting for you here. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is the same energy that I felt. This is a different energy. And this one is basically looking at their plate, their general plate of all the things that they have in their life, all the things that they value, all the things that they need to do, all the things that they choose to keep around. And they're telling me that their plate is full. Show me. And this is a grief here. One last. There's a hiccup. There's a hiccup that's being highlighted here. And they're saying, I'm okay with change. I'm okay with change. You know, they're kind of accepting a change here. And it has to do with a particular mishap or hiccup. What's this hiccup? Okay. This person has made a change from the past in which they were really holding on to something that they had to let go of. They did not want a particular change. I feel like this. I think this has. I think it might be a relationship. I don't know if this has to do with you, but I'm picking up that in the moment, in comparison to what I saw earlier, with regards to this earlier version of themselves that did not want things to change, that they didn't want to move on, they are no longer in that place, and they are ready to kind of get on with the program. If that makes any sense here. Yeah, I'm going through something with my ex too, but this person is the new one I asked about. I'm gonna give you one more impression here in regards to this person from spirit in general towards you, and you can do whatever the hell you want with it. Okay. So I have to get clarity here, but I think they're showing me there's a need. I don't know what it is that you're doing, but I think there's something that you're not doing to completely put yourself first. Basically, you're doing something to dishonor your self-respect a little bit here. I'm gonna get clarification on how you're doing this, but there's a warning here. Okay, I think you have a tendency to get a little bit angry when you feel you've been pushed away or abandoned. And this is what Spirit is highlighting in the way that you should not treat yourself as somebody or consider yourself as abandoned. Maybe, look a little bit deeper into the situation and not go to that conclusion already, because you're basically shaming yourself and you're telling yourself, oh, look at me, I'm worthy of being abandoned all the time. And then I think it looks like you kind of tend to get a little bit heated a little bit. So they want you to stop doing this because you don't deserve to be treated be this way by yourself. You're kind of allowing other people's actions and interpreting it in a way to define your limitations or what you feel you are worthy of. Okay, so that's what Spirit wants you to. What does CID want me to know about his feelings for me? Okay, Benisa. Yes, you can give me a shout out. I have a cancer. Oh, you have cancer? Oh, shoot. Oh, don't say this. My God, I need to pray for you. Who are you? If you want to say anything else, we're all here to listen. And I would love to give you a reading, Mr. Wyatt Willis. Can we, Wyatt Willis has cancer, everybody. That's awesome. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And I'll do Benisa real quick, and yeah, I'll read for anyone else. Benisa, okay. Benisa, what does CID want me to know about his feelings for me? What can I do to improve this connection? Okay. Let me just give you a reading, like directly from Spirit, whatever they want to tell you here, okay? Hope that's okay. Okay. So they're going to show me where you're vibrating in this little levels of consciousness. Okay. So they automatically immediately take me to where you're vibrating at the very lowest level. Don't take this personally, at the level of shame. All that means is that you are likely going through a difficult time with regards to this situation of love. Your self-esteem likely has taken a few hits, and you're likely hurt, you're likely feeling insecure, you're likely uncertain, not feeling safe, not feeling like you found your tribe at all, feeling like the most safest place for you to be is at least with yourself. And I think that's where you've come to find yourself spending more time with, is by yourself, healing your guilt and shame. But you're not healing it completely, because at times you allow that energy to enter your mind of guilt and shame, where you're allowing your negative self-sabotaging dialogue to seep into your mind, and you believe it. Not completely, but you are feeling it. And you're not pushing it away, acknowledging and giving yourself compassion through the crap that you've been. You're allowing yourself to likely relive moments, your worst moments, where it might be easier for you to put blame on everyone else or everything else, and your accountability is for your own actions is, I wouldn't say non-existent. It might be there, but you're not happy at the thought of going back out. And let me just close my eyes, okay? See. Heck, what is this? Do you not like commitment? Are you not a fan of commitment? Because you're showing me rings, and you're like, I hate this. I hate these rings, or whatever. Usually when I see rings, that's a symbol for me that symbolizes commitment, love, loyalty, marriage, strength. Okay? And I don't know, it might be the same thing here, but I have to interpret this. Or I don't know if you've been married before and you're showing me the ring and you're telling me that you hate this particular commitment. I don't know. But you are also showing me that you're kind of very fond of being sort of in the corner by yourself, safe. So I don't know what that is. Are you guiding here? You could let me know how you... Okay. They definitely want you. There's something that you need to heal here. You've buried your shame here so you don't have to feel it. And you've likely cut off to a lot of feeling here. This is a kind of a healing opportunity here for you. Spirit doesn't show me this part of people's energy. Very, very rare. And this is one of those instances. I'm a little bit afraid to tune into this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I know it's going to help. But they want you to spend more time with yourself in your heart because you have some healing to do, girl. So how do you connect with this? Because there's an energy about you. And also, I have to let you know, when Spirit shows me that you're vibrating this low below the level of shame, people are very unaware at this level. So usually when I would give readings like this, and I would have people, Spirit would show me that people are vibrating below shame, whenever I would give them advice, they tend to not really connect with anything that I was saying. And that kind of makes sense. Because you've buried some of your negative patterns so low, and you've cut off your heart from having to feel all that to make it easier on yourself. You know what this has to do with? It has to do with trauma. And you taking back your heart when somebody didn't manage it right or treat it right. And I feel like I'm crying right now. What you did basically is you took your heart because of whatever this person was disloyalty or whatever. You had to decide that you had to evict them from your heart and really protect your heart. You basically put your heart in a spaceship and you blasted it off into space where no one could touch it. And you programmed yourself basically to say, I'm so glad my heart is all the way up there where it can't be touched. Guidance, where are you guiding here? One last here for you. Yep, perfect. So all you need to do is focus on self-control. Specifically on being available, emotionally available. Okay? And where does this vibrate at? What level? Okay. So they want you to continue to spend a lot of time in the levels of shame. I know it doesn't make any sense. Why shame, JP? Why can't I be in these higher levels of enlightenment, reason, love, peace? I want to feel all good. Because you have energy stuck at the levels of shame and below, to where you have to do the work to acknowledge those things that you've basically swept under the rug. So it's likely, if you don't do this, you are going to go out into the world and try to think positively, but deep down, you know something is pulling you down, and it's making it hard for you to feel fully empowered, fully at peace in your body, fully in control. And you need to be aware of these lower emotions that you've kept. You need to feel them, and you need to say, no more. I don't need to feel these anymore. Okay? That's what you need to do. You have homework to do. It's for you. So I can't spend too much time here, okay? Alright, I wanna read for Will. Wyatt Willis. Are you here? I gotta give some people some opportunities for other people to get read. But yeah, I can close my eyes once here for you, Karen. Oh! Okay, let me read for D-Walk. I'm gonna read for some males here. Give them a chance. D-Walk. D-Walk here. Don't ask me why. Misunderstood. D-Walk, come say hi. Happy Thanksgiving. No D-Walk? Going once, going twice? It's okay. We have a lot of questions here, so I'll just go into the next. I'm gonna go with Karen. Kevin's true feelings. again, I'm asking Spirit to show me whatever they would like to bring through in regards to Kevin's feelings. I'm gonna close my eyes. This person has plans to not stay open. Again, this person has intentions and plans to not maintain a state of openness. There's something else here that I need to get. This person really likes big picture thinking. And I feel like they have an eye on a particular person. Okay? They do have their eye on a particular girl. I'm gonna ask if this girl is you. Spirit, is this girl Karen? I don't think so. You know what was coming through? They showed me a mailbox. Somebody's mailbox, and they're like, you gotta wait for it, you gotta wait for it. And there's a paradox happening here. They showed me like literally fireworks, but it came with this answer of no. And I think this fireworks comes with this answer of no, because when I give you this no answer, it sets you free and it allows you to put yourself on the highest pedestal once again, where your energies, most of your energies get to go back to you, not to anything else. That's why. So one last thing here to send you off, Karen, with regards to this person. And again, if you don't want to listen to this, if this is very triggering, you can act like this never happened. Because I just don't want to trigger anybody. And there's a chance I might be interpreting wrong. Okay? Are you very spiritual, religious, maybe even Christian? This is for Karen. I'm being shown, like, the Bible. I don't know what that means. But there's a love for the Bible. I'm looking at the Bible and I feel this love and attraction and pull towards it. That's what's coming through here. D-Walk. One second, I need to use the bathroom, guys. One second, okay? Okay. So, D-Walk called your name earlier. So you wanted me to ask this, will I find a loyal girl again? Do you want me to do this question for you? Is this what you wanted? We could do it. If you like. Just let me know that you're here. Hi, Baba Joseph. Arya. How's everybody's Thanksgiving, by the way? I ate way too much. So. You guys are probably so busy right now with your families. Anyways, you gotta interact with me for me to continue to move forward. I mean, do the reading for you, because I really try not to do readings unless I know for sure that people are actually here. So in the meantime, I'm gonna do a little clearing exercise here for myself. Where's everybody writing from? I'm from Virginia, USA. Where's everybody else from? Anybody here? It's all good. You guys gave me time to rest. I like how there's 5 people here. Nobody's saying anything. It's okay. No pressure. When I end the live, I'm gonna relax. I think I'm gonna put some music videos on, maybe sing a little karaoke by myself in my apartment. Goy, shh. Goy! Okay. I think he's not seeing the messages. Okay, I'm seeing it on this one. A message are not visible for him. Okay, I see it. That's a cool problem. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. Alright. D-Walk. Alright, I'll just keep my phone on here. It's so weird. Okay, let me see here for D-Walk, okay? D-Walk. Alright, welcome. Okay. So I'm just basically gonna see what they want to show me in regards to your energy, in regards to love. Okay. So, in regards to this question, you're showing me you are vibrating at the level of 2 levels. One is courage, and the second is neutrality. So, these are good feeling levels to be at. It's a level where you feel somewhat in control, and you are in a space where you are able to make choices for yourself that would be somewhat different from the choices you've been making in the past. And being at neutrality also shows me that you're approaching things with an attitude of basically being okay with whatever life has to throw you, whether be good or bad. So you're mentally keeping yourself agile with whatever is thrown back to you. But you are very, very passive here. So that is either showing me that you are not currently acting on your desires in regards to love, You're taking more of a passive approach here. Spending time with your heart, with yourself, at peace. Close my eyes. Okay. So this has to do with this really, I'm not going to say bad breakup, but very disappointing breakup that you had to go through, where you had to be telling yourself, and you're still telling yourself, to give up. You gave up on this position, and this give up is so strong still here with you. It's almost like this is still occurring, even though I kind of feel like it's over. Where are you guiding? Okay. So they took you down one level from neutrality and courage to pride. And so when spirit is guiding you to go down to the level of pride, I would interpret that as there's likely something about you that is valuable, and that spirit wants you to be aware of that there's something valuable about you, and that it's worth protecting or standing up for or exploiting desire, but something where you're saying, this is mine, and you want to defend it, whatever it is. It could be a belief, it could be a goal, whatever. I'm gonna close my eyes. That's how they're trying to guide you at that level of pride. Still very, very passive, loving yourself from the inside out. I'm going to get this affirmation here for you, which sits at the level of pride. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is what's happening here. I can see that you are eager to go after a new relationship. Okay? It feels, I know you're very sure, but the way you're coming across to me is like you're trying to be slick about it. It's like the voice that says, I'm serious about love and I want to make this happen for me. From 1 to 10, it's at like a 1 or a 2. And the longer that I stayed there, spirit sees you and your intentions of what it is that you want to create, and they're saying, wait, hold on. You're not actually being kind to yourself. And this has to do with this past relationship that you that was very hard for you, and you're still holding on feelings of resentment and anger towards this person. Like the moment you start thinking about the issue, what happened, it's almost like you can relive those moments and go right back to it. Does this make sense? Are you guiding me? Yes. They want you to pay attention to basically, you shamed yourself, consciously or unconsciously, which is normal when we go through crap in life, where we will tend to come out with it with negative beliefs about ourselves, judgments about ourselves, and we'll create patterns and say, look how many times this has happened to me. That means I'm not worthy, blah, 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 blah. But I can see on some level, instead of you dealing with these patterns that you unconsciously created, you swept them under the rug, thinking that, oh, because I don't think them, I don't have to deal with them anymore. The reason why you likely have not been able to move on so quickly and let all of the negative feelings of despair and anger and resentment from this last relationship that you were with is because you're still trying to place blame on something else. Close my eyes here. That's all you have to do, is recognize what you've been doing to yourself and apologize and say, wow. You look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm sorry I did that to you. I'm sorry I still continue to do that. I love you and I want the best for you, and you didn't deserve anything that what you went through. And you make that decision to say, I will never speak badly about you ever again. And this is you talking to yourself. And as you say this, I see a king's crown on the top of your head. So I can't see any comments, so I have to open up this thing again and see what you are saying to me. Let me see. Okay. Not much. I get it. I'm so sorry. I get it. Alright. So I think I'm gonna just do a few more readings here until I'm gonna call it a day. And it's gonna go to Baba Joseph. How does CID feel about and view me romantically? So I'm just gonna, oh, okay. Okay, let's see if I can do that for you. All right, here we go. Yes, I'm doing you. Baba Joseph, para ti. Esto para ti. So this is your person, okay? I'm asking to be shown your person. Okay. Okay. So 2 levels they're at. One is desire, and the other is neutrality. So when somebody's at desire, generally it means that they, in regards to you, that they are somewhat actively wanting to pursue a particular goal or objective that carries a sense of lack, but didn't stay there for very long. And they showed me that neutrality is more of a dominant level in which they are vibrating at, which would indicate to me that somebody has a very like cool, calm, and collected attitude, ready to face whatever challenges may come, ready to not flinch to anything, not be intimidated, and be like, whatever, nothing affects me. And they're very connected to their heart. Here, I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay, this person has a very soft heart, very tender heart. I don't know for whatever reason, but they're showing me that they're repeating the words "don't give up" to themselves, not out loud. And another symbol was coming through is basically, you know, you guys go to like Korean bakeries or just like a bakery in general, and then you see like cupcakes in the window or whatever. I'm seeing that glass container holding all of these desserts. And this person is sitting there and they're looking and they're like, okay, I have all of these choices in front of me. Which one am I gonna pick? That's what's coming through. This person still has their options open. This person has an ideal vision of their ideal person. And they're telling me that they're still on the lookout for this person, whoever this is. And I don't think it's you. Okay? But this is what Spirit wants you to know. Okay? So keep going. He might realize that you could fit that mold that he has in his mind. So just make sure you guys spend enough time with each other and explore and see if it does fit. Happy Thanksgiving. Hi, Shirley. That was for Baba Joseph. Patriot Sweets. May I ask if John and I will begin a new relationship with each other after a long time apart? I'm gonna look at the energy between you two. Okay, so collectively, the energy between you two is at fear, which is a pretty big active energy. And this is because, and it goes into a level of desire. So this is likely, maybe you, I'm not going to assume that it's you. And then it goes up into anger, where this is the level where people basically have an objective that they feel very passionate about, that they want to work towards, because they feel like whatever it is that they're going after, they deserve it. And then they go very, very passive here, where they connect with their heart, with their healing, away from having to deal with being actively pursuing this goal. And I'm going to ask Spirit, does this have potential to go into a romantic space? And I'm going to listen. And I'm going to listen here. It actually just stayed passive at the level of anger. Okay, sorry. Something's happening here. I think it's I ate too much turkey. I'm not kidding. I'm getting sleepy. I have to get this. I know I have to. I almost got it. I just lost it. I'm sorry, guys. This is obviously going to be my last reading. Let me pull it together and get this last thing through. Sorry. Zen. I don't think so. They just showed me this conversation about if this particular question was being brought up to, I guess it's them, because I think you're open to this, obviously. But what I was being shown here is basically I was shown the scene in which this question was presented to them, and they took a while. They were contemplating, where they're like, is this something that I should go back to? And they paused there for a little bit, thinking about it, and they were kind of just like, I don't think so. They were kind of like that. I'm gonna one more here, basically for the reasoning for it. Why? I think this is more of a issue that they have with themselves, not particularly with you. That's what spirits wanting to show me. Basically, this person is a bit jaded with the topic of girls in general. They don't have a lot of trust when they think about girls, so I don't think they're even interested in being with anybody as of now. But this is only reflective of the current energies as of now. Obviously, this can change, but please be mindful. You are coming to me, getting a reading from Spirit. So Spirit, this is a reading tailored specifically for you from Spirit. This is your one-on-one with them. So that's the signs. Okay, guys, I am so tired now. Just want to say hi, give a little read, say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hopefully you guys have taken the time to be grateful for whatever it is that you have. No matter how minimal it might seem on the outside. I know, I'm thankful. But the chat is not working very well. Here we go. Thanks, he always has. Thank you. Don't spam, he's doing a reading. Thank you, newbie movie. I'm sorry. So I will go ahead and try to remember you next time. My man, my baby. And yeah, have a good night. What time is it here? It's 10 p.m. Everybody have an amazing rest of your Thanksgiving. And we will see each other very, very soon, I promise. Okay? Bye-bye.